Hello everyone, this is my 120 gallon Discus tank. Generally a peaceful tank, calm. Even at feeding time, sometimes the Discus will quarrel with each other for their hierarchy and so on. What is normal, but generally not much aggression or any other issues. So generally the tank remains calm. It is a peaceful tank to watch. And as you know, Discus are generally just slow moving, calm fish. But I went out this afternoon, and when I came back, something changed. Observe for a second and see what you notice. This male Bulgarian green seal point angel and the zebra angel to the right there. It has been peaceful so far in the 120 gallon here. I generally have said before in many videos that I like to keep one angel per tank because of eventual aggression. You notice the aggression now to the glow angel there. There was not really much of an issue before I put them, when I initially put them there. Now the male, a long fin male here, I had them before with this other green seal point, but this one is normal fin, the other one is the long fin one. Now this one, these are fairly large angels and both are male. This one that we're looking at right now was very aggressive towards the other one. I wind up separating him. The long fin green seal point, I was calling him, or I call him, he's very majestic with the long fin, just absolutely a beautiful angel. But I went up with problems with aggression with him. So at some point I moved from one tank to the other, and then I had to move him to a tank with 3 Discus, and he wound up being aggressive towards those. And then I said, what the heck am I going to do with him? I did not want to put him in the Discus tank, but I have a smaller glow angel there, and I did not want any issues with aggression towards the other angel. So I put him in the 90 gallon tank here, and you see wherever one went. Darth Vader, as I was calling him, the long fin, this one here. As soon as I put him in the 90 gallon tank, the female just made a beeline for him. And then I said, holy crap, he found a girlfriend. So he was calm throughout. They one followed each other. Here at the right, you see the zebra angel is there. He's usually at the other end, but most of the time they were hanging out together, often behind this wood piece there. Eventually, some of the Odessa barbs that are in the tank here started fin nipping. So I put them in a 10 gallon tank, which is small for these 2 large Discus, but that was the quickest thing I could do. So I later then decided, let me try them in the Discus tank and let me see what happens. So there was no issues there. One followed the other, they stayed to each other. There was not even any aggression with the glow angel that is probably half their size. And everything was fine there until today. I have seen this many times before. You notice the eggs on the leaf here. So as soon as I came in and I noticed that there was too much activity in the Discus tank, and I know that these 2 made a pair apparently, except there was no breeding activity yet. So I started looking where are the eggs, and certainly they were there. So, okay, what to do now? One of the reasons why I keep saying that I only like to keep one angel per tank, because eventually there's issue. One towards the other, or if they're female and then they pair off, then it becomes an issue, as these were not letting the Discus at rest. Usually, most of the Discus, my Discus at least, and many that you see and other people, if they're healthy, they're usually right up front. Although they have plenty of space, they choose to be at the front here. When I approach, they come right away to me. Unless they're sick, one of them hides, but usually they're right up front. So right now, most of them are on either side of the tank, and they kind of leaving the center open because they're constantly being harassed by these guys. Aquafunk, Jason from Aquafunk, he had told me before that these were a Bulgarian green seal points. They also go by green seal points in some places, but apparently it's the same fish, according to Mr. Google or Mrs. Google. Now these guys, one of the things he also said was that the green seal point, or the seal point, Bulgarian seal point, one of the fish on his bucket list, and he would hate to see those two pair, which was not my intention, because one of my local fish store where I get my discus, they told me that they do accept fishes from local breeders, and I have some that I'm planning to bring them. But if you have these hybrids of the zebra and the Bulgarian, nobody would want them. And what am I going to do with 200 plus baby angels? This is one of the reasons why I generally don't like the breeding. I don't have the space. So right now I have the issue, what am I going to do with these guys? They are constantly chasing everybody else. So I had no option to do. I mean, it's not pretty, but I was just not having that in the discus tank. So what I did was I did remove the leaf with the eggs. I put them on one of the other tanks so they won't go to waste. Hopefully they become, some of the small fish will find them and they will eat the eggs. But I removed them. And this is now after I removed the two angels. And they're back on the center, right up front, in a huddle, like a lot of schooling fish, and that's they like to be. So there's peace again in the tank, and it's unfortunate. I know it was going to happen sooner or later if they decide to pair off. There was no aggression while they were there, but again, there's peace in this tank, which is my idea for the discus tank. These are tranquil fish, calm, slow moving, unless they get spooked. As I have said before, keeping discus has nothing magical about it. If you have good fish keeping skills, certainly should not be your first fish, but also among with fast feeders and other fish and what kind of tank mates you can have, you always have to keep that in mind. I have kept discus with angels before, and I have right now, as you see, there is that willow angel. There's no issues, but again, it just comes to the issue of aggression with angels when they pair. This is back at the 90. I have the majestic long fin one there by itself, and he is kind of darting back and forth. He likes that spot behind the log there, but there's a Synodontis cat that chases him out, and he does not want him in that corner. Now this is the other one back in the tiger barb tanks where she was originally, and I had to move her out because it looks like she was coming down with something. She was a little sick and she was being bothered and nipped by the tiger barb after 1 year. I have kept these long fin tetras there, as you see in the center now. They have been there for close to 4 to 5 years, and there's no fin nipping there. But as I've said many times, the tiger barbs are just opportunistic to their own or any other fish that is there. They definitely fin nip. But this female was there for about a year until they started bothering her, and I moved her out and then put her back with Darth Vader, and they found love. I would love to be the Bulgarian seal point. I went back to the store where I got them originally, but there is just no guarantee that you're gonna get a female. And I would have gotten 2 females, regular fins and one for the long fin one, but there's no guarantee. And then I would, even people who are very experienced with angelfish have trouble sexing them, and then I don't want to have the situation again of being quote unquote stuck with angelfish that are going to be aggressive to each other. If they are different sex, then great, they will pair, and I will send aquafunk a bunch of them if I have babies, but there's no guarantees that you're going to get a female. And I certainly don't have enough tank space or space in the house period to add more tanks. So this is why I try to avoid the breeding. I sometimes, just for the heck of the hobby, I have discus pairs breeding sometimes. And those are the fish that I just breed because they breed, and I just find people to give them away, random people. But anyway, thank you. I hope not to learn something from this, but there's always something to learn from any videos that we watch from each other. But I hope that the story was interesting for you. It was for me. Thank you so much, and thank you for stopping by and watching the videos. Thank you so much. If you have not done so, please subscribe, share, like, and press the notification bell. Thank you for your support and visiting our channel.